Hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your August 2026 money and career reading. My name is Victoria. This is Radiant Moon Tarot. If you've been here before, a very welcome return to you. And if you're new to my channel, a very warm welcome. We are in eclipse season here, folks. So August 12th, we've got a solar eclipse, a new moon in the sign of Leo. This is like a new moon on steroids when we get this extra solar amplification. So this is a great time to set some intentions. New moons bring about new beginnings, new experiences, new ideas, new opportunities, or the extra energetic boost to infuse fresh energy and new perspective into something here as well. Take something old and make it new again. So that is August 12th. And I will say that new moon gets an extra power punch because we've got Jupiter, our most beneficial planet of good luck, good fortune, of expansion and growth, also is in the sign of Leo. So really a lot of extra energy that's coming out here, and a lot of very positive energy here as well. So if you've been feeling a little stuck or stagnant, this can be where we get this energetic boost for you. We also have August 8th, 8-8, right, is the Lionsgate portal. That portal opens up July 26th. It closes August 12th, the same day as the solar eclipse. And this is a very important time for cosmic alignment. The sun in Leo aligns with our spiritual sun, the star Sirius, Orion's belt, the pyramids of Egypt. And, it goes back to ancient Egyptian times when it was the flooding of the Nile, so a time of fertility and abundance. So this is a big cosmic alignment portal. This also brings about heightened intuition, deep transformation, and amplified manifestation energy there for you as well. I'm just going to fix that. There we go. Anyway, so it's a great time for, for setting goals and intentions there. And again, Jupiter in Leo brings that extra dose of power. August 27th, lunar eclipse, full moon in Pisces. A cycle comes to an end, comes to a close. For some of you, that can represent something coming to fruition for you because you've worked through this entire cycle and entire period. But for others, this can represent a time of letting go, and you recognize something that you really have got to leave behind. And when it comes to money, it's often habits, right? Or belief systems, right? Do you believe that you deserve to be wealthy and prosperous? And if not, why? Right? And so this is something that, you really recognize that, okay, I got to do something about this. I got to turn this thing around. But whatever your situation with the eclipses, they bring about fated changes, fated events. They are portals of opportunity. We can get unexpected endings, but also unexpected new beginnings. And this can represent a reset for you in your world as well. So they are very powerful energies. Of course, way, way, way back in medieval times, they created fear, right? Because, oh my God, the sun went away. Where did it go? Or the moon is red. What's going on? And they didn't know, right? And so now we know why it does that. But anyway, let's see what the cards have for you. We've got strategy. Okay, so for some of you here, your attention to detail, your patience, planning, and your strategy is paying off for you. This month it is card number 21, so that relates back to the world card. So this can be something that can bring you some great success. Congratulations, right? So whether it was a financial strategy, a career strategy, maybe something with a project that can get you noticed, right? This strategy is paying off. For others of you, all right, this relation back to card number 21 being the world card can be that you are at the end of a cycle in some way, or you are ready to let something go, leave something behind, and you are ready to step through the portal of opportunity, but you need to have a little bit of a strategy. You don't need to necessarily know all the minutia of something that you want to do or that you need to do, because we need to be a little bit open to, some possibilities here. But start out with some sort of strategy, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Sometimes the finer details fall into place, okay? But you might also need to look at the strategy that you've got right now and toss something in the bin, right? Because the strategy that you've had so far maybe isn't, it might be outdated, right? So you may need to go back and revisit that. We go back and revisit our household budget and things like that all the time, right? And so before you move forward through this cycle, right, you are you are asked and reminded to have a look at your existing strategy. Is it still going to work? Am I still in alignment with it? Do I still feel good about it? Does it need refreshing, revamping, right? And so when we make those little tweaks and changes, this can bring us into a much better place for higher opportunities or for more wealth and financial growth. We also have here, we have man holding a heart. Okay. So man holding a heart can be a person in your life. You may know them, you may not. They could be someone new. But a man holding a heart here is, out of this deck, most likely a male. Okay. And they're kind and caring and compassionate and helpful, and you feel good when you're around them. So this can be like, someone you work with, right? Maybe they give you a helping hand, or this could be a caring boss, right? And they're an empathetic leader, right? It's kind of a rarity in a lot of cases, right? But they are positive energy here for you. Okay, so whether they're helping you with something, whether you partner up with somebody, you can really dig their vibe. They might be very creative, okay, but they can also have an offer for you or opportunity for you or some help or advice or support for you in some way. So it can be wonderful. Some of you here, the man holding a heart, you have something going on in your personal life, and this is about to change your money, okay, changing your money, changing your career goals, right, strategy, okay. If you're single, this can be a month of magic for you, and you may all of a sudden meet someone new. Maybe you weren't looking for it, but you can meet someone new. Now, this can certainly have an impact on your financial situation, because it's like, okay, I'm going to spend a little more money going out and being social now because I met someone interesting. This can represent for some of you, if you're dating someone already, man holding a heart, there could be a very sweet gesture or a higher level of commitment coming in for you in your personal relationship. So if you're dating and now you're going to move in together, you get engaged, or if you're getting married, right, then now in theory you would have two incomes, right, paying the one set of bills that you were probably paying by yourself before. So this can actually increase your expendable income, right, without any other changes, right? So two people pitching in, makes things a lot easier for us sometimes, right? It's probably not your reason for getting into a relationship or getting engaged or anything like that, but it can be a really good byproduct of it. So that could be that too. The man holding a heart can also be a friend, right? Whatever they are for you, whatever that represents for you this month, it's positive, very, very positive. Energy coming in, we've got the 5 of Pentacles, okay? So this is the active energy for you this month. So I feel like here, like the 5 of Pentacles, I mean, we don't really want that card in a money reading, okay? Because it is lack. It's about feeling left out in the cold. It's about not having the resources, having unexpected bills, a drained bank account, or a lack mentality, focusing so much on the things that you don't have that you don't see the possibilities, or you don't recognize the wonderful blessings that you do have. So be aware of this energy. Once the 5 of Pentacles comes into our awareness, it's often like a little bit of a jolt, right? And we're like, oh my God, I am thinking that way. Oh my goodness, I am focusing on the things. Or, yes, I am being very stubborn and not asking for the help that I know that I need. With that, we've got the Queen of Swords, right? Queen of communication, decisions, and boundaries. All right. The Queen of Swords can very much be your energy, okay? Recognizing and knowing that this 5 of Pentacles energy is here. And the Queen of Swords is the reason she's wielding a mighty sword. It's to help get away from this Five of Pentacles energy, and maybe even make smarter decisions. The Queen of Swords can also be a resource, someone that can help you in some way. When the Five of Pentacles shows up, sometimes we do feel left out. So are you in a career situation where you feel that you keep getting passed over? And so that Queen of Swords is going to bring something into your realization where you may figure out why. Right? It's probably not because it probably doesn't have anything to do with how good or not you are at your job. It may have something to do with you're too good at your job, right? Or perhaps there's like some nepotism going on somewhere, or you Scorpio, you do not brown nose, right? You aren't the one that's typically going to sugarcoat everything for people. You're going to call a spade a spade. You're going to call it like it is, and people don't always like hearing the truth, right? So that can be part of it, right? Because, you've probably seen that what is it, the saying where, you get all these numerical things, and it's, the bottom line is, BS wins or something like that in the end, right? And which shouldn't be true, but in some cases is, right? So if you have a boss that really loves it when people suck up to him or her, and you're not willing to play that particular political game, then that could have you being passed over. It doesn't mean that you should go and do that, because you can stand in your integrity, right? But it can be something that can really get you thinking, Queen of Swords, that I need to cut something off and I need to make better decisions, right? But the Queen of Swords can also be, again, a helpful person or someone that you can communicate with and try and resolve some issues there, especially if there's any financial ones. Okay, you may also get like a little light bulb that goes off, but we're focusing on our money this month for sure. And how do I get from the Five of Pentacles into some better energy, into some better opportunity? And so that Queen of Swords can be about you making better choices as well. Your challenge energy, because the Five of Pentacles isn't enough, we've got the King of Swords. Well, would you look at that? The Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. So someone may be challenging you this month, okay? Now, it can be if you are in a partnership, right, that you may need to get on the same page, right? The King and the Queen, masculine, feminine. You may also need to focus on balance in your finances here as well, or balance between like work and home, right? Balance somewhere, because the Queen is that feminine energy, the King is the masculine energy. It's both swords, so there's thoughts, there's communication, there's strategy, right? And so this can say that your strategy isn't in alignment with the things you want, because the Five of Pentacles is not bringing you in what it is you desire, right? So we need to switch things up a little bit. Both these cards in the upright shows that we can overcome whatever challenge that these do represent, but we've got to be clear, honest, open with ourselves, with someone else, right? Whoever's involved, and we've got to get on that same page to resolve some issues or to get things back on track, okay? But this is, again, a challenge that you can overcome. With that, we've got the Four of Wands, okay? So once we communicate, we get things back on track, we get things on the same page, the Four of Wands, we can restore stability, right? The Four of Wands, super positive card, right? And this can show a higher level of commitment. What did we say a little bit earlier, right? Some of you here may have an opportunity to level up in a relationship or even in your job, right? Because we're partnered with our jobs. And the Four of Wands can be known as the halfway to marriage card. It can be known as the next level of commitment in your job. It's a milestone, right? An anniversary, getting a bump up in pay or a bump up in position and status in your company, but it isn't your challenge. And because we've got that Five of Pentacles there's some sort of money issue potentially around this Four of Wands. Okay, so this can be For some of you, maybe you go out for that job interview, or you have a discussion with your boss, and they're like, yeah, we've given this promotion to, Susie talks a lot over down there because she makes me feel good, right? And so this can be a challenge for you. You might not get it, Five of Pentacles, but the Four of Wands, you still desire it. This is what I want. Four of Wands is also known as your 1111 card. What are you wishing for? And so if you don't get it where you are right now, I feel like here, this conversation, King of Swords, right, that you might have with your boss, this might actually propel you forward, and give you that, sometimes no is an answer that can kick us into high gear, right? Because now you know. We can also, and so this can actually be really positive for you because you can find what you want, right? But it may not be where you are right now. So there could be a change in the wind there. But there could also be something here that you desire. The Queen of Swords, King of Swords, there could be some chatter, some invitation, something like that, to go to some sort of event. Four of Wands. And, it's because Four of Wands is a party, right? It's celebration. It's a lot of, a lot of fun and joy and people, and abundance, a very abundant energy, right? It's really positive energy. But it may be that you get invited somewhere and now you're looking at your finances. We keep going back to the Five of Pentacles. And you're like, man, I don't know if I can afford it, right? Because that King of Swords energy can be someone delivering you an invitation, right? And you're like, man, I really want to go. I don't know if I can afford it. What can I do? And so this Queen of Swords showing up here for you, very good at boundaries and cutting things out, could be your, you embracing this energy of paring down your budget and putting some money aside so that you can afford to take a couple of days off or something and go to this milestone event, right? Whatever it is, the Four of Wands, the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, these are all in the upright, okay? So even though there is some sort of challenge or conversation or a muddling of thoughts or something you need to get back in alignment, right? Keep your eye on your goals, okay? And what you want to create or what you want to accomplish, and they're all in the upright so you can overcome any kind of hurdle. Your blessings headed your way, the Ace of Swords. There's a bright light, a bright idea, something new, or a way to improve your current situation. Now, the Ace of Wands is a really positive energy anyway, but in your blessings position, boom, this is an even better energy. So this can be a new job. This can be an offer. This can be a burst of positive energy that you need to get yourself kind of unstuck and see the light. The Ace of Wands is very good for manifestation, extremely good for manifestation because it can represent growth, right? And it acts really quite quickly, right? The Ace of Wands is one of the faster energies. And so whether it's growth, new experiences, exciting opportunities, okay, this ace is here. Aces are fresh energy, and it's like a burst of fresh air. Aces are also lucky, right? And in your blessings position, an extra dose of luck. So you got to like that. It's also, again, fire energy, right? So fire season, we're in Leo season. We're also realistically in fire season out there, depending where you go, depending where you are, right? But this is, just that extra burst of positive energy that maybe you need. Also in your blessings, Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, Page of Wands. Look at that. Okay. Action, adventure, new beginnings, good news. Pages quite often bring messages, bring news, or bring something new or improved to you, and are also very tied with your manifestations and with your goals, your dreams, your desires. I also do feel here there's a new opportunity for travel, okay, or go to a new destination. The Page of Wands likes to have fun, kind of explore opportunities, and is also an energy of action and adventure. So, so if you were wanting to travel somewhere, then it can all be opening up for you. But there can also be something that may be a little surprising for you here as well, right? So some great energy coming in there for you. Your advice from Spirit, we've got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords twice. right? 2 different cards. So your Queen of Swords, number 1, listen to your own instincts and intuition, listen to your own inner wisdom and make wise choices. Okay, cut out anything that's not working, all right? And talk about something. Okay, get a conversation started, talk to new people. I do feel something here with an interview with some of you there. So, communicate in writing as well. And it's interesting because, we've got this Queen of Swords and she's facing left, which is typically like the past. And then we've got this Queen of Swords, she's facing forward, so she's moving to the future. And so this can be your reminder from Spirit that you have the power to move out of any situation that's stagnant and move forward in a better direction. You may need to make some change, or you may need to, just really keep a laser focus, but it can be done, right? So, getting something back on track there. And we've got the Tower. Okay, great. Now, I will say that you are the first one to get the Tower, and you are like how many readings are you? 7, 8? You're my number 8 reading, right? So, but the Tower is in your advice position, okay? Time to make a change or let some things go, okay, or turn things around here, because there's things that are going on that aren't working for you. They're inhibiting your progress. They could be people, they could be your own actions, they could be your own habits, right? It can be a mentality there, again, that lack mentality, but you have the power and the ability to let them go. Trust in the foundation that you've built and make space for something better or for something new to come in, whether it's space in your mind, how you deal with things, or whether it's, okay, I got to quit my job in order to find a new one. You can do those simultaneously, right? They're not necessarily a one and done. But the Tower is here. It's like it's time to shake things up a little bit and be aware, because Spirit could also be sending you people and situations and opportunities that will shake you up a little bit. We would rather be in control of our Tower moments instead of out of control, okay? But this can also be a heads up here with the Tower, because there could be something going on around you that may be out of your control. Sometimes we're just a conscious observer. So take a step back and, absorb and really pay attention to what's going on around you, because there could be something going around that sets you free. And it doesn't always feel comfortable, right? We've got a 5 of Pentacles. So it could be a loss of a job. It could be your company restructures, all this kind of stuff. And now you got to put yourself out there, and it's not comfortable, right? But it is, it is necessary for your growth. So something either needs to go, something already has gone, or something is about to, whether it involves you directly or people around you, okay? It's leading towards something a lot better once the dust settles. This is where we do typically see what blessings they are, or what we've been freed from. Sometimes, again, we stick in a job or a career path because it's familiar. It doesn't mean it brings us everything that we need, okay? And sometimes we need a little lightning bolt to get us moving. So let's grab a couple final messages here for you. These are manifestation cards. Thank you. And these are just messages meant for you on your journey to manifest your goals and dreams and wishes into your life. For an amazing day, fill your morning with gratitude. Do what I do and take thank you steps as you walk from your bed to the bathroom or the kitchen by saying thank you with each step. It's an interesting concept. You are saying thank you for everything you have, everyone you love, and for all the goodness that is coming to you today. That is such an easy way to embrace gratitude. Live in joy. Humanity needs your joy. Planet Earth needs your joy. The universe needs your joy. And that's why you're here. Find what brings you joy. Start living it, and you will have fulfilled your purpose. I'll leave that there for you, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If so, please do like, share, and subscribe. Especially that like button is the easiest thing on the planet, just for you to hit that. But it does really help the video get out there, and it helps my channel grow. So I thank you so much. But I hope you guys have an amazing August. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.